Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all doing all right? Hey, I'm just gotta get these gray hairs off. You know, I'm real old as Methuselah, you know what I'm saying? I might not look old, you know what I'm saying? I know I look pretty and everything like that. But I'm running late, so I need to, you know, I'm in my little studio room right now. I gotta get dressed, you know, so I gotta pick out what I'm gonna do and everything like that. But we got an important guest today, Shalonda Treasure Williams. Hey, she is anointed from God. She got an off-the-chain book that's out. No, I ain't okay. And excuse me while I take off my mask. This young lady is hilarious. She's anointed of God. So I'm like, hey, I'm glad I got her on the artist show. So I got to get dressed. I got to shave. You know what I'm saying? I got to do all of that good stuff. So, hey, if you got amazing talent, we'd love to hear from you. Check this out. Call me up now. Please send your bio pictures, whatever, to the artistshow.sp@gmail.com. I gotta go, y'all. I'm running late. Hey. God. Hey. That bitch. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good day around the world to everyone. Develop clouds might be coming in your area, but I guarantee don't let that get you down because the sun is rising. Today is going to be a great day.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is ULYSSES SALETT, the producers of The Artist Show. And if you have amazing talents, send your information to this email address below. God bless you. I look forward to hearing from you real soon.
I'm in the color wheel, and it shows just how I feel. I'm in the color wheel, and it shows just.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here. She's from Savannah, Georgia. Got an awesome title saying, "No, I'm not okay." You know what I'm saying? And excuse me while I unmask. She's from Savannah, Georgia. Shalonda Treasure Williams. What's up? What's up?
Hey, how are you?
You've been busy, ain't you?
We working on it. What
you working on the rest? Because I'm like, you working hard already.
Listen, you know, you have that whole beginning process where you seem like you got to work harder than you ever worked before, but nothing. And then you get to that place where you finally are, picking up some momentum and it finally has some validation and purpose. So I guess that's where we are now.
I like that word, that, all that work you put in. I see some validation, some creditation, validation.
Something. Eventually you got to see some type of fruit for your labor. So,
God promised that he would if you just trust him. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? Absolutely. I always go back to that verse, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, with the purpose that he's given you, and lean not to your understanding. Because a lot of people are impatient. It's like, Lord, I don't see nothing happening. I know I said it a few times. Why am I doing this, Lord?
Don't tell me. Don't start nothing on here. You know I'm a preacher.
Oh, I already know. So break it on down for me. So you born in Savannah, Georgia, how was the childhood? Tell me a little something that led you into what you're doing right now.
Well, I think that when people begin to read the book, they'll understand that part, right? There's a lot of highs and lows, ups and downs, things that you treasure from childhood, and then there's the other stuff, stuff. Was
you one of those acting out kids or whatever like that?
You know what? Don't do that, because you know what people say. People say, right? They say, "Oh, preachers' kids is the worst kids," and I say, "No, y'all just watching us more." Stop
right?
That.
No, yeah, say that one more time. Say that one more time.
Listen, we preachers' kids is not the worst kids. Y'all just watching us more. Anything you watch, you're gonna see something. So
exactly. Because we was normal. We normal just like any other kid.
We normal just like every other kid. And I didn't even grow up in the house with my dad, but my mom ended up becoming a preacher later. My nephew's a preacher, my sister's a minister, my grandfather was a bishop. All their 17 kids did something in ministry.
You ain't have no choice but to be that, man. I'm like, good Lord. You ain't have nowhere else to turn.
Listen, many are called, but few are chosen. And I do think that, the people who are called are the ones that have an option. And then you have those that are chosen who just don't really have the option. You still have an option, but you don't. Does that make sense? You got that thing on the inside of you that never stops. And even somebody asked me one time, how did you know that you would be a prophet? How did you know that you would be a life coach, right? And my answer to those questions is that I already was. I always was.
Ooh,
I just found out a name for it later.
Since it was conceived in your mother's womb.
Yeah.
It was already prophesied to you. You just didn't know. Did you come to a conclusion and say, nah, that ain't for me, but later on you...
No, I never said it wasn't for me, because again, I've been prophetic forever. I just didn't know the name for that stuff. I've always loved church. I've always loved, I was the little girl that could go to Bloomingdale, which is where my grandfather's church was, a holiness church at that. Wow. And everybody else be ready to go after a couple of hours, and I can stay for 5, 6, however long they stayed.
Right,
so I didn't really run, but I did deny that I would do it until my life was at least resembling what I was preaching. So the title was only for, that purpose to recognize. But I didn't want the title because people had already associated it with something negative. So until I got my life at least mostly right where I could say no to my sin, then I didn't want the title. But I didn't run from the job.
Y'all had drums and instruments in your church, right?
Listen, my grandfather's church, because I was a part of a Baptist church, which was a little bit different, so I wasn't necessarily wanting to stay there for 5 hours. But when we got to Bloomingdale with the hardwood floors, that one bass drum, that scrub board where my aunties was getting
the tamarines, all that. Yeah. Now,
I can do that.
We ain't had none of that. We had this upright piano my mom played and had a big old mirror on the top of it. And she could see who coming in. And them songs was boring. I can appreciate them now, but we were just trying to out-sing each other. Don't go nowhere, you're watching the artist.
Tune in to Faith and Destiny with North Carolina Jazz Girl, where you will be enlightened by her words of wisdom and her musical ability. Join Lydia SALETT Dudley every Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and again Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on the DWGN-TV network. Log on to www.dwgntv.info to watch, and we'll see you there.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, with Shalonda Treasure Williams with the book, No, I Ain't Okay. You got to tell me, okay, it looked like you've been through some things to come up with a title like that. You got to let me know how in the world you came up with that, because it's so real. And people ask that all the time. You okay? No,
right.
I ain't okay.
Right, and that really was a part of the premise of it, and sometimes you say, are you okay? And they'll say, no, I'm not okay. But in actuality, they want to snap that neck real quick and be like, no, I'm not okay, right? And then excuse me while I unmask. So in other words, I'm not good today. Can you handle that? You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you walk around and, you try to, sell a sob story. We're not talking about sob stories. We're just talking about the real reality of where you are today, how you're feeling. You know what I mean?
Because, I like that. Yeah. Because you don't feel this, like today, I won't feel like this tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Improperly, you know what I mean? And and the reason why I want to know the truth about how you feel today is so that we can help you not feel that way tomorrow. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a prophet, and so I feel people. I'm used to dealing with people, but what really began to do it is when you was getting the news about all these different pastors killing themselves, and these are like my brothers and sisters in the Lord, and it's like how. Why are we at this place? And a big part of it is because people don't allow you to be transparent sometimes without judgment, especially in the church. But I need to tell you that I'm not good, and I need you to respect me taking this mask off so I can breathe. So in this book, I just really went back. I started from the first chapter is when I was 6 years old, and active molestation, and then the second chapter talked about being bullied in school, and so I just kind of make my way up the ladder. But it's really for people to acknowledge, and now I'm okay, right? But when that happened, I wasn't okay. Let me express how I felt, and I wrote there's poems in it at the beginning of each chapter, but the chapter starts off as a journal entry to God, and I give him whatever title I need to give him that day. You know what I mean? So when I was 6 years old and that situation happened, you were, dear God, that everybody talks about, but I'm not sure if you exist, right? That's that chapter, how it begins, because the truth is I'm 6. And I'm thinking, back then somebody could have blew a horn or something could have happened, right? And you just really articulating yourself to God and saying, I just wasn't good. And what happened? And where were you? And, until you come to the realization that people still have choices. Even if God ain't for it, they still get to choose the activities that they do, the way they treat you. You know what I mean? They still get to choose. And so until you come into that understanding, though, you live with the hurt and the pressure and the misunderstanding of why. You know what I mean? I think when you grow up in a society where people make it seem like everything is, either okay or everything is, let's sweep it under the rug until later. You'll be all right. Get over it. When you live in a place like that, you don't know how to articulate. I'm not good right now. I'm not being dramatic. I'm not being extra. I just feel violated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel bad about the fact that, even in other chapters, I feel bad about the fact that I have this struggle within me. I really love the Lord, but I struggle with this particular stronghold, but I can't tell anybody because they're going to judge me and say, oh, you don't really love God anyway. And I know that's not true. I spent too much time at the altar for you to tell me that.
Right.
It takes a while to get there, but that's why Romans 12:1-2 in the Amplified version, read it, is dope. It tells us to be transformed by the renewing of our mind, right? But it also tells us to do this while we are being progressively changed. There is a process to understanding and getting healed, but you got to allow it to start. And you start with saying, no, don't forget.
I ain't okay. I ain't okay. Hey, because you're gonna evolve one way or another. It's gonna be evolving to the negative or evolving to the positive.
That is right. That is absolutely right.
It ain't never no standstill, because God didn't intend for the things that happen to us or to other people. He didn't intend for that to happen.
Right.
By the choices of other people.
The choices of other people. Right.
Wow.
And that's a big deal. That's something that we have to understand, is that we all are given free will. You know what I mean? He even gives us free will as to whether to choose him or not. You know what I mean? And so if we have free will, then a lot of times, and I know people say, well, he should have protected me. He should have stopped them. He should have did this. But the reality is that he can't. God is not a God that is double-minded, right? So if I'm going to give you free will, I got to give them free will.
Exactly.
And then, so we have to begin to look at it like that. And then when we begin to look at it like that, from the perspective of free will, then we can understand this is a human being right? That probably was hurt too along the way, that probably had the same thing happen to them. You begin to sort through it all, and then you can come to a healing place. But as long as you're not okay, as long as you're bitter, as long as you're always talking about everybody doing everything to you as if you ain't never flawed or did nothing, you're never going to get healed.
It's your fault.
It's your fault.
It's your fault.
The word around. It's your fault. Yeah.
Well, when we get back, we're going to talk about other projects that you're getting ready to work on. You know, I hear that you're a good actress. I might have a couple of ideas for you because, you know, I'm a short film feature, a film director. You know,
I love it.
So I got to send you a few things. But I was thinking about a Zoom sitcom. Watch yourself now. Watch yourself. I don't want your mind to blow up. We'll be right back. I'll tell you a little bit more.
Here I am, the one that you love, thanking you for another day. And here I stand in your presence, arms open wide, Lord, I give you praise. So much, Lord, you love me that you sacrificed for me. So holy you are, don't know why you put up with me. On my knees, Lord, in my cry, Lord, take away my sins. Like you, I wanna be holy. Cleanse me, Lord, within. Here I am, the one that you love, the one that you love. Thanking you for another day, thanking you for another day. And here I stand in your presence, arms open wide, Lord, I give you praise. I give you praise, give you praise. Ahead of you, Lord, I get when trying to run from you. Seek ye first, you always tell me, Lord, I'm running back to you. Oh, on my knees, Lord, hear my cry. Lord, take away my sins. Like you, I wanna be holy. Cleanse me, Lord, within, yeah. Oh, here I am, the one that you love, the one that you love. Thanking you for another day, thanking you for another day. Here I stand in your presence, arms open wide, Lord, I give you praise. I give you praise. Here I am, the one that you love, the one that you love. Thanking you for another day. Oh, and here I stand in your presence, arms open wide, Lord, I give you praise. On my knees, Lord, hear my cry. Lord, take away my sins. Like you, I wanna be holy. Oh Lord, cleanse me, Lord, within. Yeah. Here I am, the one that you love, the one that you love. Thanking you for another day. Oh, thank you, Jesus. And here I stand in your presence, arms open wide, Lord, I give you praise. Lord, I give you praise. I give here I am, oh, the one that you love, the one that you love. Thanking you for another day. I just wanna Lord, you're worthy. My arms are open wide. I thank you, yeah. I give you praise. Lord, you're worthy, worthy, worthy. Here I am.
You're watching DWGN TV, the Donna Walton Gospel Network.
With a talented, creative, writing skill young lady in the house who loves the Lord. Check it out. Shalonda, so tell us, you got to let us know, this book right here, the title is interesting all by itself. I can just look at the title because I can identify the title, you know what I'm saying, throughout my life, my personal life.
You got to look at the face too. Check the face. You see
that?
Oh,
there it is. I look like Mama right there. I look like Mama look.
No, I'm not okay. Don't forget this.
Where can we get this book at?
Listen, go to theinspirationaltreasure.com, and on that website, you'll be able to find the gorgeous picture of that book.
Okay, there it is.
On the front of that book. You'll see the picture of the book.
Try that. You know what? Because if you see my other shows, I ain't dressed up in no suit, and I try to act dignified. You know what I'm saying? But I can't help it, man. I get excited about God's work, man.
I know that's right.
So is that your website, The Inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Theinspirationaltreasure.com. The picture of the book is on the front, and you'll have your option of whether you want to get your book autographed or whether you just want to go to Amazon and get it. If you do get your book autographed, I'll tell you that, I'm a prophet all day. So if God leads me to say something to you in particular in the beginning of that book, that's what I'm going to do. But definitely go check it out. And also at the website, you can find some of the other books. You can find, how to contact me for coaching. My areas of expertise would be self-worth, unmasking. I actually do unmasking sessions. Them things get intense.
Yeah. Who you trying to fool? Talking all like you know everything. I see if you had the chair, you just be like,
tell me more.
Because the more you talk, the more you're revealing yourself. You don't even know. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it. Yeah, it's like. Yeah.
Oh, they try it though. Believe me, they try it. Just as a coach, people try to just still stay masked a little bit. So they'll take this much off, but then they still got all this. And then we'll pray, and then the Holy Spirit will just start revealing and helping outside, because the Holy Spirit is a helper.
That's what's up. So you got some new stuff coming up in the works? You got some new projects coming up?
I have a lot of things that I'm trying to get accomplished, to be honest, but God is really, he has me focused on this particular book, and I'm going to do another virtual tour. It's a lot coming with it because there's so much meat to it, if that makes sense. This is not one of those books or subjects you can just hit and then run away because you got to meet some type of quota. I'm my own publisher, so I can publish but this is not something that I wrote just to sell books. You know what I mean? I of course we're going to sell books, but I wrote it because people need healing. So we're going to focus a little bit longer on this. You spoke about a play, and so there'll be some dialogue productions coming up. It's a lot to go with it, but it's going to be kind of dope.
That's what's up, man. Well, I'm excited, and it's already done in Jesus' name. Whatever he got planned, I'm like, and that's the thing about it. You can be excited on what God is about to do. Thank you so much, Miss Shalonda. You my sister. I am your older brother.
We established that.
Just want to let you know. Just want to remind you. Just want to remind you.
You ain't that old.
Stay out of trouble now, yeah. But thank you so much for that awesome testimony. And this is not the only time we're going to have you on the show. We're going to do some great things together to deliver that change, that gospel of Jesus Christ, because there's a lot of people hurting right now in this time, and they're in trouble.
Man.
So are you preaching online or through Zoom, or you got a church or what?
No, follow me on, don't start that. All right, so I have been doing virtual ministry for a very long time, but I do organize virtual conferences. I just had one called We Flow Prophetically a few weeks ago. That's coming up again. Follow me at Inspirational Treasure on social media platforms. Okay. That's when you'll be alerted that I'm going live. I do live.
I'm a worshiper, so I want to definitely render some, worship every now and then. So
we're gonna have to talk about that thing, because when We Flow Prophetically comes back, I have worship, I have intercessors, I have apostolic voices and prophetic voices, and so that is definitely something we can discuss. But yes, follow me on at Inspirational Treasure without the I in the front. That way, if on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, follow me, and whenever I'm going live to minister, then you'll be alerted. Make sure you follow.
God bless you, sis.
God bless you.
Anything you need from Big Brother, just let me know. I'll be praying for you. Please pray for me.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Thank you so much for having me.
God bless.
Blessings.
Tune in to Faith and Destiny with North Carolina Jazz Girl, where you will be enlightened by her words of wisdom and her musical ability. Join Lydia SALETT Dudley every Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and again Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on the DWGN TV network. Log on to www.dwgntv.info to watch, and we'll see you there.
From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. I'm in the color wheel.